All right, my voice sounds like Vegas. It certainly got the best of me this past weekend. How much longer can we keep doing this? But it was definitely a blast. March Madness was crazy. We just lost Jack because his computer's a dinosaur. All right, well, here's a place. Let's label as a place you might want to keep your head on a swivel at. This came out last night. Takashi 69 apparently gets jumped in the locker room of an LA Fitness. Um, was this because he was a snitch from all those years ago? The video is kind of hysterical. I mean, not him, getting jumped, but he's literally, we all know the locker room at the gym. He's literally over by the hair dryer and the guy half naked weighing himself, and he's just getting kicked.
Yeah, he is.
What was it for?
I'm gonna guess being a snitch, but I don't think it was anyone I think it was just someone random. I don't know.
Like he was just doing something he shouldn't have in a lot. Why is he using an LA Fitness? He doesn't have his own gym.
That place is scary too. I used to go to LA Fitness here. LA Fitness is no joke.
Really?
Like there are some characters there.
Yeah. All right, including Takashi, I guess too. Yeah, the video was kind of. I mean, he's just taking it like he doesn't. I guess he doesn't have bodyguards. I have no idea, but he's literally just getting kicked underneath the sink.
That's pretty bad.
No jumper was where I saw the video. Are you guys hip on the controversy going on there with Adam 22?
Yeah, like all his people he's firing them or they're leaving because of something with like some accusation from back in the day, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to, some accusations. Like, I guess guys were leaking company secrets to fans or something. Yeah, he fires a guy on the stream. I was like, when did no jumper become a thing? I feel like it's been around for like a decade, right?
Yeah, it's been around for a while, but I think I read it like started taking off whenever he interviewed someone like XXX Tentacion or someone like that, and then
how about the two women who like leaked the Devin Booker story or whatever with the Phoenix Suns? That was.
And now he has another podcast with his porn star wife where they interview a porn star and then engage in those activities.
Sexual intercourse, that you could buy, right? They sell it on their website.
Yeah.
It's just like OnlyFans, but they're private.
It was like old school OnlyFans. Yeah, it was like the Pamela Anderson website or download link.
It says on the Wikipedia, it says 2017 to present pornography.
Yeah, that's basically it. But like, where did this guy come from? He just got popularity from having tattoos on his face and having these really crazy interviews that would go viral, I guess.
Do you know Jack, or I'm just trying to read up on it?
I looked him up a little bit because I was like, who the fuck is this dude? And he's from New Hampshire, of all places.
Okay.
And I don't really know how he got his start, but his dad was like a low-level politician in New Hampshire. And just a fun fact, he got pardoned by Bill Clinton.
Okay, wow. That is fun.
Yeah, but it's like I was just like, okay, how does this dude get to where he is?
Exactly. He puts in work.
Yeah.
Hold on, I think I just figured it out.
Well, we all know this person. Unfortunately, it's another child star in a man. Amanda Bynes has a psychotic episode where she's literally running, power walking down the streets of LA naked, flagging down cars and getting someone to call the cops. Luckily, she was aware enough to be like, hey, something's wrong. I got to seek help.
Yeah.
But just sad, dude.
Yeah.
And like I saw the tweets where it's like, damn, you ruined like a comedic genius. Like she was literally like a one-man comedy sketch show for kids.
She was hilarious.
Yeah.
Like that was like ahead of its time.
No kidding. Yeah. Moody's Point.
Oh my God, Moody's Point.
Is this just another
the girls' room?
I don't remember the girls' room. What?
Yeah, I mean it was great, and I forgot she was in Easy A. Did you ever see that movie?
Yeah, I watched that the other day.
Okay,
it's on Netflix. Yeah, and she plays like the churchgoer. That movie's pretty funny.
Yeah, no, I remember seeing that in high school. Talk about the what's her name again? Is it not? It's not Emma Stone, is it? Who's the Emma Stone? Yeah. That was like her her intro, right? Now she's doing like big time Hollywood movies. Yeah. And like the before after photos are just devastating too. Look at Amanda Bynes here. What, dude? It's like, I understand, you just feel for people where it's like they're thrust into Hollywood. Like some of the tweets I was seeing was like, Hollywood robbed us of like this person because what could have she been if, I don't know, she just had better counsel or something.
Yeah.
How about, we were talking about Cole Sprouse last week. Did you see the the teaser video for Spencer Pratt on Call Her Daddy?
I think that is an older one.
Is it? Okay, where he walks off and he goes, fuck you or something?
Yeah, because she literally was like, so you'll never be as relevant as you were. She was being dead serious.
Yeah, she literally goes, what does it feel like to never be as relevant as you once were? I mean, anyone would have fucking walked off, I felt like. And her jaw is dropped. Like, what the fuck? Classic teaser video, though. That shit had me weak.
Yeah, that was funny.
All right, let's knock out our serious shit. This just came across today. Uganda, passing anti-gay laws to where it's punishable by death. And it's they're in kind of a parliament, right? And they're people are cheering as it passes. And it's just like Jesus Christ. And it makes you kind of, thank God that we live in the United States, right?
Yeah.
I did not know this happened today. That is unreal.
Yeah. Hey, we keep you up to date. And yeah, that's got to be scary for anyone, even in this country, right? Who's seeing that. It's like, shit, what if that one day becomes our country? What if shit changes? It's got to be tough.
Yeah. No, it makes you thankful for anything. Even that just is comparable to the Russia and weed stuff. Imagine
being Brittany Griner.
Yeah.
Dude, there was is Mexico still kind of safe to go now? I've heard there's some sketchy shit. When I was in the Dominican, the story came across where Americans got killed by the cartel accidentally, or a couple got killed, some got released or kidnapped.
Two of them all four got kidnapped, two got killed, two got released.
Yeah. And
it was because they were going, because it's cheaper to get plastic surgery in Mexico. They were on their way, and they went through one of the border passages that they say do not go through this one because there's this huge which cartel controls what, and the cartel literally thought that they were a rival gang,
right?
And so to make up for it, they handed over 5 cartel members who hadn't been acting to their standards to the U.S. to put in jail. They literally just handed them to them, and they were like, this is our sorry.
They're like, our bad. Here you go.
Sorry to jump in, but are you talking about what happened at the border?
The Mexican kidnappings, right?
Damn, that is unreal.
Sketchy shit. And it's we were hanging out with my cousin who lives in the Dominican Republic, and it's just imagine that. She works with the embassy. But it's she speaks Spanish. God, we would have been lost without her. She was, helping us over. But it's God, that would be sketchy to me. What country? I guess it would just be kind of like London, where you're just all right, I feel good, but it's I don't know. It would feel weird not being the nationality of your nation. You would kind of feel like an outsider. Just looking at it the other way.
That's crazy.
Have you seen the Mean Girl pod controversy? Barstool Sports.
How they say the most not smart stuff ever. Yeah.
How they literally it's so funny because the conundrum, it's you see it on Barstool Sports' main Instagram page, and then I immediately go to the comments because it's the dumbest shit. And of course, it's the most interacted shit because everyone goes, how fucking stupid is this shit? Yeah. And it's Barstool knows exactly what they're doing. And I hate this too, because this is totally a scripted inner office drama, but now they've got employees calling them out, and it's okay, so we could get more clicks and we can hate on it more, and it's all a bunch of bullshit.
It's all bullshit.
It is all bullshit.
Dude, I love where it's the first comments they'll be talking about do you wash your hands after you piss, and then the first comment will be yeah, I agree. I really think the Celtics can get it done in 6 this year. It's what this used to be a sports fucking place.
The one that went super viral is so fake about the fucking dinosaurs. Did you see that one?
Right. And it's okay, Portnoy even said this. He's hey, if they're keep doing what you're doing. If it means engagement's engagement. Well, wouldn't you? I would hate to be known for that. I would hate to have that be my shtick. Was everyone literally hate comments on your shit.
Yeah, thinks you're dumb. Yeah.
Jack, did you have any thoughts on the Malaysian flight disappearance? I watched it. We were talking with Alex. I found it crazy how like the three scenarios they laid out.
Yeah.
Like where one guy hijacked it just to do a mass suicide. How about like the Russia theory? That was crazy. So spoiler alert, but
I wasn't too sold on that one until they said that there was 2 people with like Russian heritage on the flight log.
Right.
Which was interesting.
But that.
That's grabbing at straws, right? Yeah.
They could just be your American, like.
I mean, they lay it out though. Like
right.
They give a full background.
Sure.
And then they also said it could have been us.
Right. That they also laid out a U.S. conspiracy for it.
Yeah.
But it was right around the time where this whole Ukraine thing began, right? With Crimea, when they went after, Crimea or whatever. But, and they wanted to accelerate the headlines, the news cycle. And all of a sudden, everyone's talking about Malaysian Flight 737. UFOs after, this most.
Wait, 737 or 730?
I could be wrong.
Alex, have you watched it yet, or am I spoiling?
No, but you can spoil. I'm still gonna watch it. So this is kind of right up my alley.
Yeah, you should definitely watch it. I thought it was interesting, Dylan, how he said this won't spoil a bunch, but that like the last thing he said was "Good night, flight 737," and he usually like the air traffic controller was like, "What? Who says good night?"
Right. Yeah. Just going electronically dark.
Yeah.
How they didn't know which way they were flying, like.
Alex, you should definitely watch it. It's right up your alley.
You kind of got me goosebumps when you said that.
Bro, I mean, like watch the trailer. That gives you goosebumps.
Well, what's it on? Sorry.
Netflix.
All right. I'm say less. Easy money.
Yeah.
Let's get to our picks here, and then we'll get to the tea with Jack D. We're off next week because I'm getting LASIK. Little scared. I might do a little behind the scenes vlog because I lost my fucking glasses. I've lost 2 pairs of glasses in the last month. Arizona Super Bowl, Vegas this past weekend. I'm walking around my own house with shades on because of the prescription. My head hurts like a bitch. But
anesthetic videos.
Yeah, no, and it's like, God, they were showing me the place. Like, there's literally a viewing room. Like, you could watch the surgery. So, Kelsey, I might have with the GoPro. Little fucking freaked out, but I heard it's life-changing. So we'll be off next week, and then hopefully I can see like a fucking hawk. I'm rewatching Succession ahead of the final season premiere. It's great. Airplane movie. I don't know if anyone's seen this. It's old. Waterworld. With Kevin Costner. It's literally about if the polar ice caps froze or unfroze and then like people just lived on a fucking vast sea. Like it's very crazy. 6 out of 10. Nothing special. Valkyrie. I think I rewatched with Tom Cruise. Like
I haven't seen that in forever.
Yeah.
It was good. It's a thriller. I don't know why it was rated so low. I thought they gave it like a 7 out of 10. I think it's a solid 8.
A lot of people like that, I think, better than the.
Yeah, it's a good thriller. Maybe because it's like not historically accurate, but perhaps, I don't know. All right, that's enough out of me here. So let's get caught up on the tea with Jack D.
All right. Let's see what we got here. This is kind of interesting. Fortnite or Epic Games had their like big summit like keynote speech today, and they're trying to compete with like in the TikTok type world that they've launched this creative mode 2.0 where you can like build your own maps, and they're giving 40% of item shop revenue to the Fortnite island creators.
Okay.
So, I guess
so they're content creating, paying those guys. They're trying to get in that sphere.
Yeah, like the more people, I guess, that like would download like a map someone creates, you could get like more revenue or something.
Interesting.
Kind of interesting.
Are you guys still playing Fortnite?
Oh yeah.
It's
literally all I play.
We've been playing it. The way I always say it is, we'll go through COD or whatever like kind of hot game comes. Like Halo came out last year, or maybe even before that, but we'll always kind of end up coming back to Fortnite to try and get some dubs.
Dude, I'm so bad at shooting video games. That's literally, I might be the worst player in the universe.
Dude, so am I. Trust me, Fortnite's the only thing I ever got hooked on. Like when we were little and everyone was playing COD, I was like chilling on my phone in the corner. Like
I was the sports video games guy, creating my own dynasties.
Yeah.
Forza's fine, but I always end up going through waves. Like get frustrated with it, play it a lot, don't play it.
Online FIFA makes me fucking furious. Holy shit!
Right. Yeah.
Right. I'd be interested to hear what Ian Corbett thinks about this. The FDA clears lab-grown chicken as safe to eat.
Yes.
Really interesting.
Culture-grown chicken is safe to eat.
I mean, would we notice a difference? That's kind of things like unless you say something. What's that for? Just kind of to preserve resources, I guess.
I guess to safe to use as human. Yeah, I mean,
bro, the FDA,
I guess it's to kill less of them because you just use their cells.
Sure. Okay, that makes sense. No more slaughterhouses and shit like that.
Yeah. But like chicken's heat.
So. Nowadays, when I hear the FDA, it's like, all right, it's like, okay, I watched Dope Sick Guys. What's up here?
Yeah, like come on. All right, we talked about Tekashi. He's reportedly in the hospital, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, like it looked like a WWE skit. Like I didn't want to make light of it, but I don't know. It was like he's just like squirming, and like guys were like walking around him and kicking him.
Dude, do you think? I mean, I don't know. Never mind.
Tom Brady and Mr. Beast have something coming out. People don't know what it is yet, but that's a pretty big collab there.
Dude,
getting sick of Mr. Beast.
Really?
He's just all over. He's in Fortnite 2 months ago. Now he's hanging out with Tom Brady. Like he's everywhere. So
he's literally probably the most famous person on the earth. How about his new video where he's like, I hired an assassin to kill me. This dude looked like he was fresh out of like high school. I'm like, yeah, okay. You just put sunglasses on him. He's an assassin.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I mean, it's got to be hard to keep coming up with shit to do, though.
Yeah.
No, he's good. Like, don't get me wrong. No, like
I just don't tap in enough to like get sick of him. I just like watch the clips. I'm like,
I think he's smart.
Yeah. No, definitely.
Wait, no, hold on. Sorry, on Tom Brady there. Like our kids are gonna know Tom Brady more for like being a TikTok superstar than we like we knew him as the football player, but time like our kid because he is in deep. Like he realizes, all right, I gotta get in this crowd. I'm in crypto, I'm hanging out with Mr. Beast, I'm gonna be calling the games, I'm gonna be doing all this shit.
I mean, my prediction is he's definitely going to be like he's going to get into movies for sure.
Oh yeah, it's interesting because Michael Jordan went away from that. He wanted to go into ownership, and Tom Brady wants to be like in the light. He wants to.
But Michael doesn't really care about the flash and shit.
Bingo. And he's about to sell the Hornets,
as he should.
But it's like to a guy who owns the Hawks too. They're in the same division. I'm like, what? I'm like, how does this?
That can't be good.
Well, they're all like minority owners. It's bizarre.
So Trump tweeted that he was supposed to have been arrested. Did you see those AI photos that they created of him getting arrested?
No, I did not.
That was a video game. They looked like
you gotta see them. They're so funny. They're like him like trying to fight away, and they look pretty like believable, but they're him like. But this is pretty interesting. A bomb threat disrupted New York court where Trump case was being held. So it's like postponed now.
It's like, I mean, isn't it just over like hush money to storm? Like of all the things you could try and bring him to justice on, it's like the only thing you could actually get him on paper. I'll believe it when I see it, man.
And she said he gave weak pipe too.
Weak pipe. Okay, that's why he's suing. He was pissed about that comment.
But yeah, you got to see those AI pictures on Twitter.
I mean, by this time next week, or is he going to be arrested? What are we thinking here?
I mean, he tweeted that like he knows he's going to be arrested.
You mean he truth socialed? I have no idea if that's.
I was going to say I could see that he might have been subpoenaed and something like that, and maybe he overreacted. I don't know, but like, do you guys follow Russell Brand?
A little.
Yeah,
he can kind of be a little off the wall, but he had a good good thing, I think, to say, like a good perspective on this whole thing, because he was just like, so we're really gonna, blow our loads on Trump doing something with campaign funds that he shouldn't have. But then he straight up called out like a few other politicians, just being like, but we don't care about these people. Like he's probably just gonna get washed away with a fine or whatever. Like,
well, exactly. Like, again, I think this dude is like, you can't take him down. Like, I think he's impenetrable to anything. But it's people make the case, is this going to make him even more of a martyr? People are like, oh, you tried to, he's invincible. That's my guy.
I also saw someone's take that, like, for all the people that like support him and all the super right-wing people that don't pay attention to much, but when this shit pops up, it's just going to make him even more popular.
Bingo. Yeah.
Like the Elon's tweet after that, right? Then he's like, if this happened, he could win in a landslide, and that's an interesting concept, because it's like, to me, I'm like, I don't see that as quickly as maybe Elon does, but I guess I could get to that conclusion.
People are sick of what, the last 40 years, what they're doing, and they see, hey, why are they? It's
yeah, I don't know.
The world we live in.
It's a cyclical train of thought for all of it.
His mugshot's gonna break the internet.
Yeah.
Like, if that goes out.
No, here's what'll break the internet. We might have to get some Scooby stories when Brennan's back from Destin, but the mugshot Brennan had to take for this club where he's never allowed back in, where he double flicks off the camera. We're going to need to pay to get some T-shirts for him.
Well, wait, do you guys have that?
No, but it's like, he's telling a story. They're like, all right, we have to take your photo because you're never allowed back here. Yeah, he just goes, all right, bro. Okay.
No way.
Double bird.
Oh, I would hate it.
He goes, what if I run? What if I just run? And they're like, we chase you?
Just for a photo?
Yeah. No, because he's getting fucking booed. He's like excluded for life from this club in Vegas.
Being an idiot.
Yeah. All right. Story for another day.
Yeah. Speaking of idiot stuff, Snoop Dogg claims he has smoked weed in the White House bathroom before. I could believe it. I mean,
yeah, I bet some staffers have vapes, dude. Like they're walking around just getting a couple. They're in the White House lawn. Secret Service got to have vapes. I mean, come on.
Yeah. But then, what part of you thinks that? Like, I feel like that whole place is under full security. Like,
yeah, but they're all just kind of like, yeah. Lincoln.
Well, yeah, everyone. I mean, what are you, an arc?
But it's not like it's the same as if someone like hits a weed pin in the bathroom of an airplane. Like,
yeah. Well, how about Snoop's literally, there's like a photo of him smoking a Bleeze at the stadium, right? The Super Bowl stadium. Like, yeah, he just doesn't care.
Just like back in the day, young Snoop, the most classic video when he like hands it to the cop, which I still don't know if that's like candid or whatever, like set up, but yeah, it is definitely a Snoop Dogg move.
I don't know how they got to this, how Guinness World Records just gets to decide this, but they named The Weeknd as the most popular artist in the world. I guess based off like streaming, or I don't know.
I still don't know how that's like. How did they decide, hey, our business model is going to be like, we're going to track every single possible world record and be a business?
That's also a very just like subjective stat.
Right. Yeah. He's most popular. He is the world's record for most popular.
All right. No political opinions here, so we don't get booted from anything. Just reading the news. Arkansas passed a bill to force transgender students to use the restrooms that correspond with the gender on their birth certificate.
It is enacted.
Yeah.
In Arkansas. I'll be heading there in a month.
There you go.
Let us know.
Yeah, I'll double check. I'll be investigative reporter.
See if you're allowed in the women's restroom.
Yeah. This is reassuring. History over the time of history, IQ scores have always increased, but in the past 10 years, they have fallen
quickly too.
So.
Bro, I mean, it's good. I feel bad. I don't know I don't think anyone knows what the effects are of what COVID was, on like kindergartners or shit like that, but I bet it can't be good, elementary school.
Well, dude, you got to think about like my mom put in perspective of me, my cousin who was like born during it, is like, she went like 3 years of her life like not talking to other kids because
right.
Like like what? No preschool or anything. Like had to be at home the whole time. That's crazy to me.
Yeah, like what that could do socially.
Yeah.
My cousin, this is wild. My cousin had his like prom or homecoming outside on the football field because like to allow for the space. And it's just I mean, it ended up being everyone grinding on each other in the middle, like in the
Outdoors.
but yeah, like imagine that you're on your football field.
Do you wear like cleats to?
You don't want to break.
You got rubber pellets in between your toes,
dude. I'd be spatted up.
Yeah.
There was a drive-through graduation in 2020 in like the South Dakota town I was living at. Joe Stoops kind of put it in perspective. Shout out Delta at Mizzou. He's a freshman, and it was like he said, you know, he put it in perspective. He's like, I would much rather have it during high school, which he did, than in college, like the first 3 years of college and the first three. But still, it would suck either way, I think. But
yeah, my sister got it like for her senior year of college, so that sucks.
Yeah, that does suck.
Just really. This is just a random fact. I thought it was funny. The oldest animal at the Houston Zoo, a 9-year-old tortoise named Mr. Pickles, just pumped out 3 babies.
Really? Still going.
Fathered 3 tortoises, so Mr. Pickles lives on.
Shout out.
Did you guys go to elementary school at Ellisville?
I went to Chesterfield. He's
Connecticut for me.
Yeah.
Never mind. The teacher just walked around being like, Mr. Pickles.
This is kind of crazy. Idaho officially is bringing back firing squads executions.
What?
Yeah.
Instead of like, Jesus Christ.
Apparently they claim it's more humane because
dude,
this shit with the electric chair and the lethal shit can get like fucked up and cause more people. The firing squads, they just fucking mow you down, I guess.
If someone misses though, you're fucking
they brought it back just in time for what's his name to get tried. Idaho.
Interesting.
You also know how it works where they give random people in the squad blanks and some people bullets, so no one knows who killed them. So
that's interesting.
No one has to live with the PTSD. But are you serious? We're gonna put some dudes through that? Like,
yeah, no, but I think that would still be pretty fucked up to me.
That's what I'm saying. Like, hey, go out there. You're not allowed to do anything but watch this guy die.
Yeah.
But don't worry, you don't know if you did it.
Yeah.
They should make them only be allowed to use muskets too. Like,
yeah. Oh, dude, I always used to freak out like those the round balls, like that shit would fuck you up, you know.
Dude, that would blow off arms.
Oh. Yeah, that's fucked.
All right, not going to Idaho.
Chinese president, I don't know how to say his name, and Putin met in Moscow on Monday, treating each other as dear friends.
They're scheming.
They are
scheming.
Hot take: the musket war was a lot better than the war shit now we're dealing with, where we got fucking spy balloons and it's throwing
or nukes.
Up.
You know, back in the day, you actually had to be, you know, you had to get on a table and, you know, scheme. Actually,
speaking of nukes, did you guys see that shit today? That Putin not Putin, what's his name? Kim Jong-un said something about like having a nuke that would hit the middle of the U.S. And this article said that it would hit, the trajectory was Columbia, Missouri.
Bro,
he's
like trying to hit L.A. It just peters out at Columbia.
It would be like based on what his calculations were of how far it was the middle of the U.S. where it would be like right there.
I mean, that's where the balloon went by.
Yeah. So
Harpo's would survive.
I don't think that shit's
gonna be at 10B.
Yeah.
The going away party, the end of the world party would be so lit at 10 below.
It's a bunker.
All right, and then for shows, I have the Ted Lasso, and then the Waco documentary came out today about that Waco standoff, and then a show I just finished that I loved, that's based on a book on Amazon Prime. It's called Daisy Jones and the Six, and it's loosely based on Fleetwood Mac, but it's about this 70s rock band and their like rise to fame. And it's like told from like a documentary 20 years in the future. And they're like telling, like, they like interview them and do a flashback and they're like telling the story.
Interesting.
Pretty, if you like 70s rock, it's pretty cool.
My brother's a diehard Fleetwood fan. He's gonna eat that up.
It's like loosely based on, I guess, the lead Stevie Nicks and the lead singer like had a romance at one point.
I'm gonna give Ted Lasso another shot. Is it the final season?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So
But
I'm like halfway through season 1.
It comes out weekly, so you got some time. I also have been watching Shrinking on Apple TV.
What do you think?
I like it.
Okay.
Do you not like it?
Well, I kind of like I go through a show. I like give it a chance. The first episode didn't draw me in. Like if you're telling me it's a good show, I'd go back and watch it.
It's like gives me like feel good like vibes like Ted Lasso. Like I just like Jason Segel, and I think it's funny that they got Harrison Ford to do something like that.
Right. Yeah. The first episode was funny where he's talking to his neighbor.
Yeah.
He's like, what? Yeah.
It's totally like they try to make it a little too like woke and modern at some point.
Okay. Yeah.
But it's still entertaining.
Gotcha. That's the Tea with Jack D. I am off for surgery next week. Brendan's still living it up in Destin, and we'll get the squad fully back together and dive in again. All right. Thanks, boys.
Yeah.